Hello there. How are you? Welcome to Funday Friday. Yes, I know. I did not go live on Tuesday. You know what I was doing on what was I doing on Tuesday? Oh, I went people watching. I got that from one of my sisters because that's what she do. She go people watching. So I went people watch. What do you mean people watching? Well, sometimes I just sit and just observe people, like watch what they do, how they conduct themselves. But anyway, welcome to Fun Day Friday. I am Larry J. This is said Larry J, and I am your host. So welcome to Fun Day Friday. And it is 7 p.m. It may not be 7 p.m., but baby, we're going to make it 7 p.m. So thank you for joining in. Now, what we're having Ted's Montero restaurant. I guess you could get some of the leftovers. Just go in the kitchen and get you some and, just have at it. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday because it is Fun Day Friday. So, there have been some interesting things that's been going on this week. When I tell you, it's some interesting things going on this week. Starting off, how many of you seen the live interview with Wendy Williams and Joseline Hernandez? I'm gonna say it again. With Wendy Williams, the lady that's the talk show host of Wendy Williams, and Joseline Hernandez. Well, for those of you that may not know, Joseline Hernandez, she played on Love and Hip Hop, and she was the cat fighter, and where she actually, she didn't get along with none of the women. She stayed fighting with those women. So I had been because what I do, I sit and I be watching, and I see I'm always on YouTube watching things, but when I start seeing like different YouTubers and the same thing, so I go watch. I'm like, what is it going on about this Wendy Williams and Joseline Hernandez? So I went and watched the video myself. I went and watched the interview myself. Wendy is welcoming out Joseline Hernandez as they push the TV screen out there because she's actually on a big old TV screen because of the pandemic that some people still observe and know that we in, while others fail not to know that we in. And so they were pushing her out on the screen. Now, my first observation when they were pushing her out, Miss Hernandez was already looking like, oh, she was ready to clap. She was ready to clap because she wasn't looking like she was excited to be there. She was looking like she was ready to go in for the kill. And she did. So she starts off, Wendy is welcoming her in, and she's like acting like notice I said acting like she kind of like Crump, but you knew she wasn't because she was ready to clap back on that lady. So she goes in and she said, you know what? She said, Wendy, I have something to say to you. And she started going in about you need to give me my flowers now because I have the number one talk show in the country. Well, Miss Wendy say, no, you have the number one talk show on Zeus. Those of you that may not know what Zeus is another network. I'm not going to go into the logistics of Zeus, but from what was being spoken of Zeus is one of those upcoming networks, and where they actually get like the people, bring them onto their show, someone that have been tossed aside, and they bring them on, things like that. We're gonna just keep it at that narrowness. So Wendy tells, so you're the number one talk show on Zeus. And she would, when I tell you Miss Hernandez went, and it was funny because the whole thing was funny to me because she was just going in, and Wendy was like, Wendy was sitting there like, okay, what is going? But she kept her composure. So Miss Hernandez was like, oh, you need to give me my flowers now. But see, you always you do this. At first, she said the younger girls, then it moved into the younger Hispanic black girls. So she was going in. You need to give me my flowers now. You need to give me my. You need what? Where's the bag? I'm gonna. This is how Wendy did. She said you need to. No, I'm gonna use this over here. She said you need to give me my flowers now. Wendy had like a little a vase of flowers. Wendy said, "Here, get your flower. Hey, you want a flower?" She said, here, you want a flower? Here, get your flower. Like, and it was how she did it. Like, girl, please sit down. Get your flower. If you crying and whining about a flower, here go a flower for you. She went and pick up. So Joseline say, no, I want more. I should get more flowers. Wendy say, Wendy say, just pour the plug. Pour the plug. What is going on? So, just pour the plug. What is going on here? So after a while, Wendy started sitting up in her chair. It's body language this speak. Wendy started sitting in her chair like this. Let me just go ahead and get this over with. Okay. She was like, I'm not understanding. I'm not. She was like, no. So Wendy goes to ask her about her relationship. So Miss Joseline goes to telling her about her relationship and about how she's gonna have this big wedding and she gonna do it before all the people that where she had these awful relationships and the bad relation, and she want all of them to see what's how it's a marvelous grand wedding gonna be. Wendy. Next thing I know, Wendy's like, I was saying. So she goes into so Wendy's like, okay. So how's the 2 year old? How's the baby? How's the 2 year old? Jocelyn say she's not two, she's four. So she started going on about the baby. She's like, cute kid, sweet kid, nice. So how since Stevie J is now Stevie J is the one that Jocelyn used to go head over heels for. She used to go and claim the world for and go fight everybody for. Now she says, so speaking of Stevie J, how are you and Stevie J getting along? Jocelyn goes, I'm trying to be serious. Jocelyn goes, what? Who? Who is that? And I'm up there rolling. Here's Wendy. Okay. She said, well, reason I bring it up, what about Faith Evans? Here's Jocelyn. Who? Oh, I don't know who that is. I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up like, what is wrong with her? Like, okay, you don't know who Stevie J is. The man that you were sitting on Love and Hip Hop, fighting everybody, beating folks in the face, jumping on everybody, climbing mountains. But you have no idea who Stevie J is. Faith Evans, I don't know who that is. You don't know who Faith Evans is. And mostly everybody know who Faith Evans is. You don't even know. So you just your mind just on blue, blue. I'm saying to myself. So they kept on. So Wendy. Okay. So Joseline say, I shine like a diamond. Joseline say, now, at times, Wendy was slaying her under the radar, but she was keeping it professional. Joseline say, I shine like a diamond. I shine like a diamond. Wendy say, yeah, you do. You sound like a diamond. Not just you shine like a diamond now, but personality wise as well. Jocelyn says you know you're right because you should know how it is and stuff like that. You should know how it is and you know how to shine. You know how to do this and you know. Wendy says you're absolutely right, and that's why I got the number one show. She said that's why I got the number one talk show, and you can be number two. When I tell you that interview, I watched that interview over and over and over again. That thing had me rolling, especially when when um when Wendy Williams said, "You want your flowers? Huh? Get your huh? Here's a flower. Let me not be throwing my meal up here. You know, I'm throwing a chick up here. Oh, that was too funny to me. That was too funny. Then I went on. I had watched that interview, and then my sister sent me an interview of Dr. Umar, and I saw the interview. There had been something cross my radar with Dr. Umar on another YouTube channel, and I didn't vaguely listen to it. But when she said, I'm like, who is this man? I sat and watched that interview twice. It's like an hour and 16 minutes. I watched it twice. A lot of things Dr. Omar, not Dr. Omar, Umar, I'm talking about some Dr. Omar. Dr. Omar was talking about, he talked about the educational system, how they actually, how you go into the system and how they diagnose some of your children, and you all allow them to diagnose some of your children because some of you are not aware of different protocols in the school system. And he talked about how some students have behavior issues and how they diagnose them and they put them in special needs classes, and how those special needs classes, the school gets certain amounts of funds for those special needs. And now I was looking in a lot of what he was saying, much of what he was saying, especially in the educational system arena. He was talking because he actually he have a psych degree, a psychology, a doctorate of psychology, and he have a master's of education. And so he was talking about a lot, and I know based upon me actually going in and out of the schools, the public school system. I actually teach more at the collegiate level, and by me going in there, I saw these things because if the truth be told, like a lot of the behavior students, they actually, they quickly to write them up. Now, I will say at times I'm quickly to write them up, but I have a purpose and a reason because they have gotten away with doing so for so long. But once you see, or once they see that you care for them, they actually start clinging to you. So a lot of students that had behavior issues, they would cling to me. Now, we first started off with some friction because, okay, since I have the assignment for this classroom, this is like my show. You are not going to come on, say it, Larry J, and say, this is your show. No, sir. No, ma'am. This is Say It, Larry J, and I am Larry J, the host. So some of the students would come in the classroom, and a lot of, yeah, there were behavior issues, but if you have care and compassion, you can tell some of the behavior issues stem off from because maybe perhaps they're not getting that type of one-on-one attention time at home and someone not paying them any attention. I had students even come up to me and say, Mr. J, we really like you and we appreciate you because you actually teach us discipline and structure. And I'm like, what? Y'all want somebody to teach y'all discipline and structure? And some students were honest with that and they say, yes, we lack that. And a lot of the teachers, they let us do what we want to do. Anything we want to do, they be like, oh yeah, have at it. Oh yeah, you could do that. And they're like, they just pretty much, but you actually not only tell us, no, you can't do it, but you tell us the why to it. And I said, well, yes, I'm here to educate and empower you. So a lot of things that he was talking about, especially when it comes to diagnosing them students, some of them students are not with that PhD, HD, ACBD. Some of them students are not just that. Because some students, I will say, I've actually took assignments in special needs class just to get the experience under my belt. Some of them students, I only did because you do have closed-ended students, and he also mentioned that about they have, they're blind, may can't speak or hear or something like that. But students that are well capable of doing the things that other students are, just because they have a behavior issue, them folks go off and diagnose them. And because some of the teachers don't want them in the classroom and they consider them as problem childs, they actually try to get them out their classrooms. How do I know that? Because I have sat at the table with some of them and I hear the things that they actually be saying. And when they want to get rid of it, they know exactly how to help get rid of it. All you do is just write them up, 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 write them up. And then they move to a process which you'll start seeing this student. You can, because usually I can tell a student that's known to them as a behavior student because they'll have a folder they have to carry around. Each class, they have to get that folder signed off on. Some of the things in the folder consists of, okay, would you disturb in class? Was you on good behavior? Was you participating in class? Was you disruptive in the class? And you have to sign off on that. And whatever you give a lower score on, they evaluate that because see that folder is pretty much a leeway into whether we're gonna ship you to the alternative school. Now the alternative school, that's a whole nother level. And so these students, some of these students, like I will say I encountered one student. This is just one of the students out of many I've encountered. This student, he had a behavior issue. And the teachers, they just, when he act out, he had behavior issues. Well, of course, me and that student, we encountered each other and we had friction. Well, as I got to the deeper root, he was bored. He was bored with what he was being taught in the class because this was an intelligent student. And the stuff that he was learning, he was like, this stuff is boring. I know how to do this like the back of my hand. So he was acting out. Well, one of the things what I went and did, I went and spoke up on the student behalf and I recommended to the teachers, this student right here, he don't have no behavior issue. Y'all have labeled this student as with a behavior issue. He's acting out because you all have him in lower level classes when he should be more in gifted classes. And if you put him in, place him in gifted class, you're going to see his behavior turn around because he's not being challenged. See, I listen to the students, but I pay attention to them as well, along with their talents and gifts. And only you can do that if you have certain abilities. Some of these teachers, they don't have certain abilities. Some of these teachers, they really don't even want to be there. Because even he actually implied, when Dr. Umar implied, some of these teachers, they don't want to be in the school. That's why many of them, especially when you start getting in middle school, that's why they go and take these extra courses so they can actually get the gifted certificate. And the gifted certificate, it warrants them to teach gifted classes. The gifted classes are the students that are well behaved and they learn at a higher level. That way they don't have to do much work. You don't have much behavior issues. When you get into high school, you have, it used to be the vocational technical career track. Then you had the college prep track. Then you had the honors and you had the AP, which is advanced placement courses. Well, they want to tell the student, I almost like to see some. Well, they wanted to, just go ahead and say it. They want to actually tell the lie about, we want all of the kids go to college, but you don't actually prep them to go to college. So they took out the vocational track and they reduced down the college level track. So you either taking now college preparatory classes or honors classes or the advanced placement classes. I've done all three of them. And I can tell you the college preparatory classes are not really college preparatory classes. When I went in there and taught them, they were. But they're more like pretty much the same vocational tech classes, but they just label college prep. Now, the honors classes are more the college preparatory classes. The AP classes are another level because it depends on the school system and who they partner with and what schools and how they structure things. You can get college credits so you can be ahead of the incoming students of whatever school you're going to, and those college credits transfer when you AP. See, the AP track learn at a whole different level because many of those AP students and the teacher they have syllabus. They have the actual syllabus that you get when you go in a professor classroom in college. I know that because I've actually taught some of those at those classes. So they have them labeled. What's going on, Sir Anthony Lundy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Let's give a shout out to Sir Anthony. It has been a while. So a lot of those classes, they teach them. And once they teach them, you get to see there's a difference in the program. Like their syllabus is laid out just like a college syllabus. How's it been going? So it's laid out as a college syllabus. So there's a difference. So when I was listening to a lot of things that Dr. Umar, and then when he went to teach, going into the politics about how everyone's, do I really want to go here? But when he was going into the politics about, everybody's excited about George Floyd, and they're excited because he's been convicted guilty, and what many people have not read up on or how those laws are affected. And so me and my sister, and we actually had this conversation because I wanted to get her expertise because I know she know a lot in that area. And so we was kind of on the same page because I wanted to get more of her perspective because I know she knows. So I was reading the laws before, and I saw like because you had the tricky terminology. It's not really tricky. It's and if or up to. You start saying up to, meaning he may not get this because right now they're actually looking into the officer background. And he did an awesome interview. When he was talking about that, it was just mind blowing. I was like, it's very interesting because a lot of people, and I saw it myself, and I read a lot of comments. People were really excited because, oh yes, he got convicted. He was convicted guilty. Okay, he haven't been sentenced yet. He will be sentenced in June. And from what was stated, he could get up to. Notice my key terms. Up to. I didn't say he couldn't get. I did not say he can get. I did not say he's going up to. Meaning he may not even get up to 12 years. And so it's like, well, okay. Like, why are we really excited? Because see, when I started reading those key terms with up, if, and then he don't have a criminal record either. And then he was mentioning some things about what the judge said. It was very fascinating. Like I said, I personally loved the interview because I watched it twice. And a lot of things he spoke, it was the truth in my opinion. Now, to your opinion, it may be a lie. I can't help you. I can't help what you want to know. I can't help what you see or hear. In my opinion, I mean, based upon my knowledge and everything else, I mean, it was the truth. It was true. Because many of us, we are unorganized. I just came from out to eat with like close family of mine. And we was having the same conversation. We had other subject conversations, but this was one of the conversations that we had. We are unorganized. when it comes to do things. You throw us a bone, we fetch it. We fetch for it. We go get it. You don't ask where the bone came from, how the bone got, where the bone come from, who got the bone. Nobody asks no questions. Nobody asks not now question. Nobody asks no question. And those were, let me, what else did he talk about? He talked about that bill when our president been flying to Atlanta to meet with the Asian councilman political people. He went into details. You all should go look at the interview if you want to. It's not forced upon you. You do what you want to do. You want to jump out of the building, you jump out of the building. It is what it is. So it was an awesome interview. It was a very awesome interview. Now, I'm very fascinated because I sit and I watch people and I just observe. So I was at the store. I was at the QT store. Here he go at this QT store again. It's different ones, but different ones have different activities going on at them. So I'm at this gas pump and I'm looking. This lady and this guy, they pulls up in this big old long Buick. It's not a Park Avenue. It is I can't remember a Grand. I can't think of the name of that. I know it when I see it, but it's the size of a Park Avenue. It's a long car. So this lady, she's kind of heavy set lady. She gets out the passenger car. It was a car parked beside, and I'm just sitting there watching. Because how I'm sitting in front of my screen, they were directly in front of me. It's probably some more feet further back. And so I'm just sitting there watching. So she goes and she asks the people for some money. And I'm like, lady, how do you just pull up out your car? This skinny man done pulled up and you get out from on the passenger side and you just walk over to these people. Excuse me, you got any money I can? You got any money I can? And so I'm just sitting there watching, but I noticed how she does it. She wasn't asking everybody. She was very selective about who she asked. And I'm like, now, Lord, if I get out this car and go in this store, she gonna ask me for something. I said, but I just seen her just pull up in this car. So what she did, after she asked him for some money, she came back because she was kind of a heavy set lady. So she had her butt tooted out. So she leans up against the car. She leans up against the car, and I'm just looking at her. She leaned up because she just watching, being selective who she gonna ask for money. And I'm like, how you just pull up at a thing and you just selectively. So while she's standing there, it's somebody that's about 10 feet away, way across the gas station, pumping gas, and she say, hey, you got something that you could give me? Now I'm sitting in my car, put my chair back. I'm sitting in my car looking like, is she really serious? She's sitting right up there. You got something you could get? Yeah. Now the guy, he just got out the car and he went in the store and he got him something. I don't know what he got him, but he got him something. He came out and I'm looking like, so I'm sitting there. So this black truck pulls up. This black truck pulls up with these black wheels on it. It's a black Ford Explorer with black wheels on it, with sort of kind of tinted windows with those governmental items on it. Pulls up right beside her. I said, now let me see, is this lady gonna ask this man this? Because I recognize it's a government official vehicle. This lady, she's standing there, so vehicle pulls up behind her. She's standing there and she say, I'm like, look at this lady. So I said, I want to see, is this lady going to ask this man this? Because now I'm going to know she being selective. He pulled up. Let's see what you asked him that. Man, he's sitting there. She ain't go to the window. She didn't do nothing. She just, because she really, I mean, no offense, but she's a heavyset lady with a big booty. So she's just standing there. And I'm just watching her. I said, you know what? I should go in that store. I should go in. I said, but I'm gonna sit here and keep watching. So the man, he got out the truck with his uniform. He got out the truck. He steps out the truck. Here she go. She hear him open the door. He steps out with his uniform on. She So I'm sitting in my car. Here I am. I'm sitting in my car. Ask him. Ask him. You asking everybody. I'm sitting in my car. Ask him. Ask him. You sitting. Here she go. Not at this point. He on the sidewalk, really near her. She's still sending him. I'm in my car. There he go. There he go. Ask him. You know this lady did not ask him nothing. I say, you know what? I should go in this store. I should go in this store, and I know she gonna try to approach me. And when she approach me, I'm asking, okay, so you want to go approach that man that just got that black SUV? Why you didn't approach him? Why didn't you ask him for no money? Better yet, you can ask him for some money. He don't got out his truck. He don't walk right beside you, touching distance. You didn't ask him anything. What make you think you gonna ask? But sometimes I be playing. Sometimes, I like to just throw gas on the fire. And I was like, Lord, I don't think I better do that because I was gonna make up some. I said I'm gonna go in the store and get me a honey bun. Now I know they didn't have no honey buns because I don't like them old honey buns that they have up there that you can throw and bust somebody in the face and have them in the hospital because they don't have no honey buns from earlier this morning. I knew I didn't want no honey bun out of there because they be old. I knew I didn't want no croissant because them croissants, all that stuff be gone. You have to wait till a certain time when the truck run. I said, these people be coming up here. They do not be canned, especially here in that Atlanta area. You go to certain areas, they do not be canned. Like today, for instance, I meet this. I meet up with some close family to go eat out, and I'm trying to put some money in the parking meter, in which now that you don't put money in the parking meter, you just put your card in there. So this guy, he comes up. Oh, you trying to put some money in the meter? And now I'm sitting up there. I wasn't kind of paying him no attention, really, if the truth be told. And so he was like, now if you want to put some money, now you need to, if you want to put how many more hours on there, you got to press it. But I looked at him, I said, sir, I know how to do this. And I looked at him just like that because he was kind of my size. And he told me, I said, oh, yeah, I'm just trying to help you through. So now, if you want to take something, because I had put too much on there. And I was like, well, and now I'm trying to concentrate, but he all in my ear. You can take some down. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to know you're going to stand right there. Because right now, you in violation of my personal space. So I said, I'm going to take some. Oh, you trying to take some off? If you're going to take some off, because if every 2 hours it's going, I come and do it for. I looked at him and I said, no, you won't neither. I know how to do this, sir. I got this. And I'm looking at him just like that man was like, okay, I see you don't need no help. You don't need nobody to show you how to do. You're right. But thank you so much, sir. I was like, Lord, please, like, get him. I'm trying to pay for some money. I'm like, I be done gave these folks all my money because he up here. Let me show you how to do this. I can show you. No, I need for you to back up out my space. That's what I need for you to do. That's what I need for you to do. I said, these people are something else. When I tell you it was a fun day Friday, then we come back out here. Now, my car, either something wrong with my car thermometer for the thermostat on the outside, but it says 70 degrees, and I'm like, it feels like it's more like 60 degrees out here. Something is wrong today. Okay, earlier today, you get up here, it's going on 80 degrees. Then you come out, it's like you look over here, it's 80. You look over here, it's 50. And I'm like, it's so chilly out here, but I'm looking at the outside thermometer in my car. It's like, oh, it's 70 degrees. How is it 70 degrees out there? And I feel like I need to put on a jacket. Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know what to say about these people. Earlier today, I was going to do my lap. See, I had told him, I said, I see if I would have did my live earlier today, I probably would have been late coming here to eat because I was going to do my live at with I was gonna set up a different way. But then I had to go and get dressed and I was getting ready to do it, and I knew I would have been late because it was traffic out there, and them nutcases out there that be on that interstate and they be on them back roads. I probably would have got there late, and I wasn't trying to get there late because they're on time people. They're not procrastinators, so I wanted to get there on time. But other than that, I think that was all for today. I hope you all have some plans. What do y'all got planned for the weekend? I hope y'all got some good plans for this weekend because the sun is supposed to be out tomorrow. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I said that last weekend, and it was pouring down raining. Next thing I know, it was hail in the size of buckets and gallons of water. And I was sitting up there in the bed. I said, "Now I'm set up on my live Friday and told them it was gonna be a beautiful day Saturday where you can go out there and enjoy your time at the picnic. You going to Fitz? You know I would ask you what location you at, but since this is a public platform, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to put out people business. I think I have an idea where you at, but I have an idea what location you at. So do you have plans this weekend? Yeah, I try to be yes, Sir Anthony, I try to be very mindful what I say up here on this platform because I found out people be watching. I'm singing in Fisher. What are you singing in Fisher? You singing at someone's wedding? I try to be mindful what I say on this platform because I have found out people be watching my channel that I may not have an idea of. And people may tell me, "Oh, so and so watch your channel." And I'm like, "I didn't even know that." So that's why I try to be mindful. I'm gonna go ahead and stick my nose in this. Who wedding? Who wedding? How you don't now, Sir Anthony, how you don't even know them? Oh, okay. Okay then. I was just about to say, Sir Anthony, a friend of hers. I was about to say, Sir Anthony, how you singing at somebody wedding you don't even? But I guess it's the same way somebody. It's the same as someone go preach at somebody's funeral and they don't be knowing the people. So when are you gonna be in the Atlanta area, Anthony? It's been a while since we've chatted. Oh, Monday. Monday. It's a thing. Thing gotta work. You singing at somebody wedding. When people say wedding, I think about wedding cake. I like me some wedding cake. I be wanting about 7 or 8 slices of wedding cake. Even though people don't like to bring me wedding cake because I be asking for 7 and 8 slices. I have a craving and a obsession with wedding cake because it tastes different than like the birthday cake. People get it be different textures. It's not like that the regular birthday cakes. It's something about a wedding cake. I like wedding cake. Be like, you should bring me about 7 or 8 slices. I know how to make those cakes. Like I know how to make those cakes like that, like Mama Lucy. After all, like I told my grandmother and my mom, they was like, "How did you learn to make them cakes?" I used to go get the stuff for her, and I would watch her make them. So I know how to, they want they'll taste very close to what she made them and how she made them. I'll be making 7 and 8 layer cakes like that. Yeah, I know how to make those cakes like Mama Lucy cakes. Be like, I used to go get the stuff for her all the time. She'll tell you I know how to make. What do you mean? She'll tell you I know how to make a lot of them cakes. I know how to make the chocolate cake because I know exactly how she used to make her frosting. So I will make the chocolate cake. I don't kind of, yeah, yeah. She'll tell you I know how to make those cakes and the cheesecake. Who you think be baking all them desserts? That's when I feel up to it. Who you think be baking all those desserts when I come home? It be mostly me because they be asking me make a cake, and sometimes I experiment on them like guinea pigs. I experiment on them, and they'll tell you I be experimenting on them because I make different, and they be like it's so good. I make cheesecakes. It be when I feel up to it. Some most of the time when I come home, I don't be feeling like doing this. I just want to just sit and relax, and nobody don't have me running all over the place because I'm not running all over the place. I'm just coming here to come. I go to the store for you. I go over here for you. Like I said, if I feel up to it, if I don't feel up to it, you may get a slice of cake from Piece of Cake. You may get a slice from Piece of Cake or Cammy Cakes. Oh, I might be up here next weekend. Next weekend is Mother's Day weekend. It'd be a lot of work making. Well, it's not a lot of work. I just don't be want to clean up because you gotta. I gotta make. I gotta wash the bowl. Then I gotta rewash the bowl to make the frosting. Then I gotta let the layers sit. I have to make sure I'm watching the layers because I sure can't go home and say, well, oh, watch these layers because people forget. Be them came back and I got some pancakes as layers. I'm headed out for drinks. You too, Anthony. It was so glad that you stopped by on the show. I was glad to have you on. We're gonna have to have you on in person too. We're gonna have to have you on, and I don't know why people don't be wanting to come on this camera with me on person. Yeah, we're gonna have to have you on person. Will you take care? Don't drink too much, knowing you're not gonna drink that much. Yes, you are. You're gonna have to be a guest. Don't be shy, and don't be surprised at what type of conversations that liable come out of my mouth. Of course, I know you're not shy. You are very far from shy. Have a great time. Take care. Remember, only drink one glass. He's not gonna drink that much, no way. Well, everyone, this has been an awesome show. This has been an awesome show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Say It Larry J. I am your host, Larry J. Now let's see what I'm gonna get in my car and go. What can I get in my car and go? Knowing I'm going back there and crawl in that bed and leave. Crawl in that bed and not do nothing. But you all have a great night, and thank you so much for tuning in to Say It Larry J. Ooh, see, I'm your host, Larry J. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share, you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button so you know each and every time I come on live. So you all have a great night, great weekend. Make sure you stay prayed up because there are some net cases out there. Make sure you pray for them as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.